gotta listen up, listen up. There's not a thing that I can get from you. Boy, I don't need that much, need that much. How can I tell you what I wanna do? I never needed you to give me things. I never needed gifts or diamond rings. All I ever need, all I ever need is here with you. There's a place where we can go, where it's always shining like the sun. Listen to your heartbeat, don't you know that I just wanna be with you? Baby, there's a place where we can go, where it's always shining like the sun. Listen to your heartbeat.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Marwa. Welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited. It's Valentine's Day, the day of romance, and yes, I'm super corny all the way. Anyways, I had so much fun with creating this look. We did a super soft glam, a little bit of pop of color. You know, we like to keep it sexy on this channel for you and your man or your woman. No judgment, all good. Your partner. If you want to see how I recreated this look, please keep on watching. What time is it? It's makeup time. Let's get started, guys. Alright, so I already put my moisturizer, which is the most important thing. I put MAC Complete Comfort. Just want to show you guys quick. And we're gonna go straight into fast response. As you guys know, I have very dry eyes. Just a little dollop. That's really gonna help out smooth the whole bottom. Just make sure you're not as dry and help with the creasing. I must look so crazy right now, Jesus. It's all good. Perfect. We're gonna go with Benefit Primer. Jesus, if I could open it. There you go. We're gonna put that glow, you know, I mean, it is for Valentine's. We want to glow, and not just from within. We want to glow all over. Just with your beauty blender. I wet mine, so it is done. Next, we're gonna go with MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. I'm gonna show it to you guys. My color is NC15. Just all up everywhere. I like a full coverage, but you could definitely go whatever you're more comfortable with. But I really like to cover it all. And you're just gonna tap, tap, tap. The more you tap, don't drag it, because then if you're trying to build some coverage, dragging it is gonna make it a lot lighter. You won't get that full coverage. It's just gonna drag out the foundation and you won't get the same finish either. You could drag it down a little bit towards the neck, but as far as your face, dab all the way. Tap. So what do you guys have planned for Valentine's Day? I honestly still don't know what I'm going to do. I seriously have no ideas. If you guys have any fun spot, new spot, I love to try a new restaurant, new ideas, so let me know if you guys have any of them. We're gonna go with the Huda Beauty. I'm still using the sample I had. I have so much in there, and I believe this is 02B. Not sure how the hell the 0213, no, 2B. I believe I'm second to the lightest shade. Gotta give it that foundation is covering. I mean, I've got that concealer. It's a very good coverage, and I love that. Don't be afraid to really get in there. Just blend it out. My goodness, this is a workout. There we go. That does the trick. Next, we're gonna go with Laura Mercier. Take a bit of that. I don't know if you guys know this, I don't bring it like all the way in here just because I'm very dry, so that whole baking thing doesn't really help my case. It just makes me look more dry, so I can't really keep it there too long. I'm gonna go with the flow. I'm gonna go with my brows. Mine are tattooed, guys. I do like just to, especially after the foundation, I mean, they kind of lose a little bit of color because foundation goes on them. But it's also, I don't really like the color that was done on them back then. So I like to kind of change it a little bit. You guys are gonna notice around here, I'm gonna press harder to make it darker just because I have no hair. So by drawing it darker a little bit, it's gonna give that illusion that there is actual hair there. You see it look like it's actual hair. Sort of just like an empty space. Just covers it up better. I'm gonna take a little bit more foundation, my goodness, a little bit more concealer and just clean up the edges. There you go, just a little bit. Guys, I'm so excited for Valentine's. Am I the only one that's like such a cheeseballs? I love going out, getting ready, the day of love. And I mean, honestly, even if you don't have anybody to celebrate it with, it's like you get a day of full pampering. You go out, spa day. Honestly, that sounds so relaxing right now too. But either way, it's a win-win. I just thought about it. Oh, and I would kill for a massage. I'm just gonna clean up a little bit here. There you go. And voila for the brows. Where's my spoolie? Am I the only one this always happens to? There you go. I always lose everything. There's at least one time throughout the makeup where I lose something for at least 2 minutes all the time. I just feel like this one is slightly darker. I'm just gonna even it out a bit. Always brush them up as well. It's always gonna give you that lifted effect. Onto the eyes, I'm gonna take the Norvina palette. Absolutely love it if you guys take a look. Like such a romantic palette. I think it fits right into the theme of Valentine's, and I absolutely love that. We're gonna go with priming the eyes first. Soft Ochre by MAC. Oldie but goodie. Just gonna put it everywhere and go and buff it out with the beauty blender. And I like personally just to bring it a little bit lower, just in case your shadow goes out, you decide to go a little bit more smoky. At least you don't have to worry about it not having a base under it, and it won't leave like a streak. Cool. And I really like to blend it in. Make sure it's nice and set inside. And like you guys are seeing, I'm doing my eyes first. I'm not setting my foundation first, because just because you see I have like frowned up a lot, so there's marks. So I'm gonna be fixing that at the end, touching it up, and then we're gonna set the foundation. What I'm going to do, we're gonna take Love. Just there you go, Love. I do find, as much as I love this palette, there's a lot of fallout. So just be very careful when you take it. Really make sure you tap off the excess, or else you're just gonna be left with a whole mess under. Unless you do prefer to do your foundation after your eyes, then at that point you don't really have to worry about it. Just really to tap it in there, get that pigment going. And this is just my regular beauty blender, the 217 from MAC, and we're gonna go with the 224 just to buff it out. And you see right now it's still under the crease, so I wanna bring it right over. But take your time, like don't go in one swipe all the way up, because it's really hard to remove. So just take your time and just bringing it up. I'm gonna take, with the 224, just a little bit more of that Love color. Just wanna bring it a little bit more here, towards the front. It does not have to be perfect, so don't worry about it. We're gonna be putting colors over it. Just like that. I'm gonna take another 217. I'm gonna do the same thing with the color Soul. There you go, just like that. I mean, come on, doesn't it fit just perfect with Valentine's? Even the name, gotta love that. And we're gonna put that all over. And you see I didn't bring it all the way in the crease, because as I'm blending, it's gonna go in there on its own. It's gonna work its way up. Just keep adding wherever you need more. You do want to get like a nice pigment of color. I'm gonna take a 221. It's also a blending brush, but from MAC, but just smaller. to really get it in the crease. If you don't have a deep crease like mine, you probably could actually just skip that step and just stick with your regular blending brush. It's just, I find my crease is kind of deep, so I really need that to get in there and really get all the streaking out, get that nice payout. Okay. I'm just gonna take another 224 with nothing on it. We're just gonna go and buff it out. A little bit more of the love with my 217. As you can see, I'm not really focusing on the center because we're gonna be putting another color there, but we really do want that pink to pop. I'm just gonna touch up a little bit of the hole on my lid. And then what I'm going to do, I'm gonna take Celestial. I do like it, it's optional, you could do it with a flat brush. Celestial and Rose Gold. I'm gonna do like a mix. I'm gonna show you properly there. Those two colors. I'm gonna do a mix. Just gonna put a little bit of the Celestial first. And I like to do that with my fingers. I do find like it just sticks better. You could definitely do it with a flat brush. There's no worries. A little bit of Celestial, and then we're gonna go with the Rose Gold right on top. And then you could kind of like mix the both just to get a really nice reflective feel to it. And what's cool is you could kind of do it with any color palette, so you could definitely do it more in the bronze if you don't necessarily want to have pink and purple. And I'm just adding a tad more of the Rose Gold towards the end on top, just because I want that Rose Gold more than I want like just a pure purple on my eyes. And I'm gonna take another 217 and I'm gonna do the same thing, some Celestial and Rose Gold. I'm just gonna take it right in there. 24, again nothing on it, and we're just gonna blend it out. Very gentle, just because you don't want to remove all that shimmer. Even if it does a little bit, it's okay, you could always add more. Just go back a little bit and just add with your fingers. And that's a fun part, when you do it with your fingers, it doesn't leave like any harsh lines in this specific look, so it actually saves you time. I'm just gonna take a little bit and just wipe off a little bit under the eyes. I'm gonna take a smaller flat brush and I'm gonna do the same thing on the bottom. Put a little bit of rose and I'm just tapping it really to get the color on, and then we could go ahead and blend it. So just a 217 with nothing on it. Just gonna add a little bit more. Go. We're gonna do the same thing again with Soul, and again blend it out. And I like to connect it, like you can see. Make sure it's all nice and even. Just gonna take my 224 and just buff that out here. Just because we don't want like any harsh line. Just gonna take a little bit of Soul on the 221, with that a little bit more. We're gonna do next the color Passion right here. And I'm just gonna, just because I don't feel like having a whole liner and the whole shebang. Again, you could if you want to. I'm not feeling for that per se today. I'm just gonna take close-up time. Just take a little bit of Passion and just outline a little bit, so that when I put my lashes on, it gives it a bit more intensity. And it's gonna create more dimension as well. Again, I don't know if you guys are able to spot that, but be very careful, because like it's crazy the amount of fallout that it has. So just be very careful. Honestly, at this point, I would just tell you do your foundation after. Just like that. See, nothing crazy. It's just gonna add a little bit more definition. We're gonna do some highlight. I'm gonna take Dreamer, which is right here. Dreamer, beautiful champagne color. And we're gonna go with that right on the inner corner. A little bit on the bottom. And I like to lift it up right at the top. You can use your finger just to blend it in. You can even bring it slightly right here in the front. And we're gonna go on the brow bone as well. You could also go for a matte highlight if you wanted. It's just, you know, Valentine's, it's all about the glow. We're going all the way in today. Take a look, make sure you like the intensity that you're getting. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the second eye, put some lashes on, and I'll be right back. So the eyes are done. What I did is I just added some lashes, and we also added a little bit of eyeliner in the waterline, but I put Studio Chromographic pencil. The NC15 to NW20 from MAC is just kind of a skin tone eyeliner. Keep in mind, if you are darker than me in skin tone, there are darker skin tone liner, if I can put it that way, at MAC. So if ever you want to choose depending on your skin tone. That's it. I also wiped out whatever was on the bottom, the powder that was on the bottom. I do want to mention there's a lot of fallout, so honestly I recommend you doing your whole eye before the foundation. Is just gonna save you some time because I was just doing a whole bunch of cleanup. What I'm gonna do is, because I didn't set my face yet, as you can see I keep lifting up my brows when I do my makeup, so I still have the lines. I'm just gonna go ahead and just buff that out. And again, my beauty blender is still damp, just like that. Perfect. We're gonna go with some light plus. I'm just gonna take a little bit of my beauty blender, my mineralized skin finish light plus, and just dab it under. Just give me a little bit more coverage, just like that. And I'm not like dragging it, I'm just tapping it in. Perfect. I'm gonna take the same thing but in the color medium, and we're gonna go ahead and just set the rest of the face. Just a bit on the ears. I do want to mention, for the waterline, you could definitely go with black if you wanted more of a smoldering look. You could do brown if you wanted softer. If you wanted just to keep kind of popping, you could keep it purple. You could really go all out with it in case you don't have skin tone eyeliner or you don't feel like wearing it. Make sure you go all the way down. I'm gonna take my skin finish again, but in medium dark. And I'm just gonna go ahead and contour a little bit. For today's look, I'm not gonna do the Anastasia contour just because I wanna keep it very soft. And because I'm so fair, contour looks very intense very quick. And because I'm also very sunken in already. This is just an angled brush. It has no brand. This is from way back when I was in school. A little bit on my forehead. Again, my temple, I'm just gonna glide because I don't want to contour them, but I just want it to look even, just to bring some warmth. And just be careful when you're doing that part, because if you tap too hard and you glide too hard, you're gonna start moving your foundation, and we don't want that. Okay. Take just my big brush, powder brush, just kind of melt everything in together. Sorry, I'm going out of focus a bit. I just wanted to see on my big mirror. I'm gonna take my mercier powder just to contour, sorry guys, to carve out and clean up so I get a nicer finish. And in my case, because again my cheeks are very sunken in, the fact that I do that, the light brings volume to my face. But again, you see I'm putting very little just because I'm very dry. Go back. Haha, keep going out of focus, I apologize. I have a huge mirror in the back, and here I only have a small one, so sometimes I need that bigger mirror just to kind of see a little bit what's going on. Anyways, we're gonna go with the blush. We're gonna go with Warm Soul from MAC. It's a mineralized blush, and I just love it, you guys. It goes beautifully on any skin tone, and it just gives you that nice flushed look. Just beautiful. Like you can wear as much every day as if you're going on a night out. One into the other because I do want it very soft. There we go. Next, we're gonna do some highlight. I'm trying to debate which one I want today. What we're gonna do, I believe I'm in the mood for some Anastasia, the Glow Kit. Oh wait. Now we're really back. So we're gonna do some Glow Kit from Anastasia, and I'm not quite sure if I mentioned it, but we're gonna go ahead with, oh my god, Summer right here. I definitely wanted to show more. I don't know what's up with my skin. It's so dry, it's like nothing is adhering to it. So we're going in with the big guns. There's some Urban Decay, Nighter. There you go. There you go, that's more like it. Again, because I don't have much going on there. I really want it to like give me that volume, so I like to bring my highlight just a little bit closer forward. But if you have beautiful pommettes already, you do not need to bring it any further in. That's just my personal preference. Put whatever's left here a little bit. I completely forgot, you guys, the blackout kind of threw me off a little bit. I'm just gonna add a little bit of the contour color, the medium dark mineralized, just a little bit. Again, I'm not trying to contour. I got no nose already, very thin. I'm just trying to have some more color in the center of my face. So I'm just warming it up. You can see. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take a little bit of that summer, I'm gonna put it on the brow bone too. Just gonna give it that. You see the difference, like here versus here? Just gonna like lighten it up just a tad. And I'm putting a tiny bit, guys, like really not a lot. And this is totally optional. Perfect. I'm just gonna set my face. I don't want it to go on my eyes. Whew. Oh my god, I need one of those vents. Do you guys know where to get that? Is it Amazon? Let me know if you have a good one in mind. I would really like to know. The one just to dry your face. We are done. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my lips and I'll be right back. So this is the final look. Take a look, take a look. Strike a pose. How do I look? Quickly, what I have on the lips. Posy Perfect from MAC lip liner. Keeping in the theme, you guys. Cupid. No, I'm not gonna do it. Cupid from Lime Crime. I was about to say MAC too. And the gloss from Makeup Forever, color S4. Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to put a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And hit the notification bell below so like that we can spend more time together. And in the meantime, happy Valentine's Day to you and yours. See you on the next one. Deuces!